Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Lynn Classical High School for today's game between Lynn Classical and Swampscott. We remind everyone that taunting and negative chants will not be tolerated during the game. Inappropriate behavior will result in you being ejected from this game and facility. Win or lose, cheer for your team in a positive manner. Now for the starting lineups for the visitors, Swampscott. Up first, number 25, Angela Stefano. Number 12, Maggie Hudson. Senior captain, number 21, Chloe Rakakos. Senior captain, number 5, Paige Corgrello. And senior captain, number 4, Sophie DeGrande. Now for the home team, your Lynn Classical Lady Rams. Up first, junior number 14, Lauren Hennessy. Sophomore, number 35, Lauren Wilson. Junior number 10, Ava Thurman. Junior number 15, Akaya Brown. And senior captain number 4, Reed Sprinkler. Please rise, move your caps, and sing of our national anthem will be played. Thank you. Good luck to both teams.
Welcome to Lynn Educational Television. I'm Afton Dean, bringing you this matinee matchup. Lynn Classical giving host to the Big Blue from Swampscott in this non-league matchup. You got the starting lineups, you heard the anthem, and now we're ready for basketball. And this is a rare afternoon matchup for both teams on this Saturday. Everyone joining us live on YouTube, thanks for watching, and be sure to hit the subscribe button down below during this broadcast and give us a like. And we're ready for tip-off here. It's going to be Paige Corgrello and Reese Brinkler at half court to tip. And Classical wins the tip to Lauren Wilson, and we're underway. This is a very big game for Swampscott, as they have to win their remaining 2 games in order to qualify for the state tournament. Classical, this is their final regular season game, sitting at 15-4. And quick start for Swampscott defensively as they pick up the steal, they kick it out. Long range jumper would have been a 2. And Swampscott unable to secure the rebound. Lauren Hennessy will bring it up for Classical. Decent crowd on hand this afternoon. Gym is not as full as it was the other night. Wilson pulls up from, would have been a long 2. Brinkler goes baseline, kicks it to Wilson. Out to Brown. Brown shot no good. And Swampscott finally tracks down the miss. Bank shot, no good. Classical coming off an exciting win over Saugus in overtime on Thursday night. Ava Thurman was an absolute force in overtime in that win. Classical does a nice job getting back on defense. Corner three, off the mark. Both teams ice cold to start this game. Drive, no good, comes up empty. And both teams searching for some offense here in the first 2 minutes. Both teams scoreless here. They're denying the entry pass. Nice to Kaya Brown inside. They were looking to go to her. Classical. Brown will drive and gets hacked on the arm. And Brown will get a couple free throws and look for the first points of the afternoon for either side. Brown misses the first. Foul goes against Paige Quagrello for Swampscott. Brown misses both. Thurman on the offensive rebound. Classical will get another look on this possession. And Wilson loses it. And Swampscott comes away with it. So it remains a scoreless game here. Nice move by Sophie DeGrand, but everything but the basket, and that's been the common theme here. We're about 3 minutes into this game. Who will strike first? Swampscott getting to the basket, can't finish. Thurman, shot off the rim and out. Near steal by Thurman. And Classical goes right to the double team. Swampscott passes out of it nicely. Long three, Fret rims it. Brown with the rebound, up ahead to Thurman. Thurman drives, count the basket, and Ava Thurman will go to the line looking for a three-point play. This is the free throw. Brown with the rebound. She'll go back up and misses the shot. So 2-0, first points of the game, courtesy of Ava Thurman. And we're coming up on the halfway mark of this opening quarter. Live here at the Lynn Classical Gym. Nice dish underneath. Angela Spathanis with the basket. First for Swampscott. Hennessy from deep. In and out. Classical. Lots of second chance opportunities. Hennessy can't finish. Swampscott grabs possession. Looking to take the lead here. And this is a rapidly paced first quarter. And we are going to get a carry on Chloe Rikaskas. So the ball will come back Classical's way here. 3:29 left in the quarter. And yes, it's a 2-2 game. Both teams searching for some offense. Dana drives, banks it home. Was halfway down. Nice strong move by Dana. Shot was pretty much down, and so we'll come back Swampscott's way. Nothing falling for either team. And Swampscott, of course, part of the Northeastern Conference. Classical was formerly part of the Northeastern Conference. Collins with the rebound. Sorry, Mannion with the rebound. And they're gonna get a reach-in foul on Maddie Hudson. Her second personal. And third team foul. Classical has yet to foul or commit a foul in this opening quarter. Reese Brinklow will inbound. Right into Brown. Brown, fade away. And Manuela Nunez there to clean it up. 4-2, Classical on top. And we're gonna get a timeout on the Swampscott side. So a very uneventful first 6 minutes of this game. And 2:30 left here in the first quarter. Swampscott calls the timeout. We'll take a timeout with Classical leading it here, 4-2. All right, and we are back out of the break. Classical leading it here, 4-2. And knocked away. Will remain Swampscott basketball. Big game for both teams. If you're Classical, 16-4, it's going to get you a much better seed in the tournament than 15-5. Free ball, no good. Nunez with the loose ball up ahead to Thurman. 2 minutes to play in the quarter. Someone's got to get the hot hand for both teams. Both teams searching. And traveling violation. Both teams. Both teams were looking at each other. What's the call? The officials come together. So she traveled before the foul was committed. Swampscott will get the ball back here. Nice drive, strong move. And Brown with the weak side rebound, and then gets fouled. So be Classical's ball here, 4-2 lead. And as I say, that doesn't feel much like a basketball score, more like a baseball, softball score, which that season is fastly approaching. Nice rebound by Delaney Dana. Puts it up off the glass and gives Classical a 6-2 lead here. Nice move. Sophie DeGrande goes to the left hand. Sprinkler, nice up fake. Dishes it to Nunez. Nunez can't hit the turnaround. And Swampscott a chance to tie this game here on this possession. Swampscott, plenty of time on the clock. Classical will actually get the ball back, barring an offensive rebound. Baseline move. And untouched along the baseline. Afaya Bontari. First points of the game. Thurman pulls up and drains it. Ava Thurman. Ava Thurman leading the charge for Classical in this first quarter. She's got 5. Swampscott's got to shoot it. Shot clock winding down, game clock winding down. And they're going to say, not sure if there was a foul before the shot. So it was simultaneous as the clock ran down at the end of the quarter and the foul was committed. So foul is offset, and that's the end of your quarter. Classical leading it here, 9-6. Yeah. No, we'll be okay. They're not going to put anything on. We're good. And we are set for your second quarter of action. Marie Sprinkler will inbound. Classical will start with the ball up 3, 9-6. Manuela Nunez pulls up from deep. Can't bank it home. Brinkler, rebound. This is the putback. And Swampscott comes away with it. Sophia De Grande over to Batori. Pass broken up. And we're going to get a reach-in foul on Thurman. Actually, charge that to Reese Brinkler. Batori steps into one. Fret rims it. Long rebound to Thurman. Classical looking to run. Thurman, strong move. Looked like she got fouled. No call by the officials. Thurman made a strong move to the basket. No whistle. Classical will keep possession here. Reese Brinkler will inbound. Hennessy Wilson back into the game. Delaney Dana and Manuela Nunez to the bench. Both played well in their first minutes of the game. Brinker looking, loops it into Hennessy. Hennessy for 3. And Lauren Hennessy cans it from 3. And big shot for Classical. Extends their lead to 6 at 12-6. And that's someone Classical would like to get into a groove here in the second quarter. And Swampscott answers right back. Chloe Rakowskis. Hennessy, pull up. Fret rims it. Brinkler snatches it away. Wilson off the rim and out. And hard foul there. Molly Mannion showing some great sportsmanship, helping Maddie Hudson up. Obviously an unintentional foul there as Hudson went down hard. Out to Hudson. DeGrande will try from deep, off the mark. Weak side rebound, Wilson. And Wilson travels. So nice idea by Wilson to stay aggressive. And Swampscott will get the ball back here, 12-9 game. Swampscott hanging on for dear life. They have to win their final 2 games to qualify for the state tournament. Hudson back door. And then Hennessy commits the foul as Paige Quangrillo with the offensive rebound, and we'll get rewarded with some free throws here. First personal for Hennessy, 3rd team foul. Much different atmosphere tonight, or this afternoon, as there were with a packed house the other night. It's almost dead silent in here when a player goes to the free throw line. Hudson, active on the glass. And it's going to be out off of Hudson, so Classical will get the ball back here. And it's unlikely Classical, even if they win today, they'd finish 16-4. Unlikely they'll get a home game with the new format in the state tournament. Sprinkler inside to Brown. Brown post-up move.
Brown.
Nice move by Akaya Brown. Great position down low, backed her way down. And DeGrande gets fouled. And then I gotta call Akaya Brown with the push. So DeGrande at the line for Swampscott. Looking to salvage one at the line. She does. 4-point game. Classical on top, 14-10. Hennessy for 3. And Lauren Hennessy failing it here in this second quarter. Second made 3 of the quarter. Gives Classical their largest lead of the game at 17-10. Hudson, you kick it back out. DeGrande steps into one. Can't answer. And it will come back Classical's way with 4:29 left in this first quarter. And we are going to get a timeout by Coach Leonard and the Big Blue. And with 4:29 left in the quarter, Classical on top here, 17-10. And we'll take a timeout. Classical with the ball out of the timeout. Coming up on the halfway mark of the quarter. Hands it off to Wilson. Hennessy feeling it. Little heat check for Hennessy as she made her previous two. Kaya Brown misses the shot, gets her own miss. Another opportunity for Classical. And one. So Lauren Wilson absorbs the contact, gets the shot to go, and she'll go to the line looking for a 3-point play. Can't hit the free throw. (19-10), Classical on top. Too strong off the glass. Long rebound to Lauren Wilson. Wilson was trying to get ahead to Brinkler, was looking. And he loses the dribble out to Thurman. Thurman will pull up. Shot off the mark. It's going to stay Classical ball here. Classical with 7 seconds on the shot clock. Brinkler into Hennessy. Shot clock winding down. Brinkler turnaround. Halfway down. Nice bid by Brinkler as the shot clock was winding down. Hudson along the baseline. And pass knocked out by Brinkler. It will stay Swampscott ball. 16 on the shot clock. Plenty of time for Swampscott. And Swampscott having their way on the glass. Tennessee, loose ball. Up ahead to Thurman. Thurman backs her way down. And nice move by Ava Thurman. Thurman's got 7, and she's your game's leading scorer. Suddenly an 11-point game. Classical on top 21-10. Stolen away into the hands of Akaya Brown. Brown, nice position down low, backs her way down. Goes to the left hand. Akaya Brown, a couple of great moves in this quarter. And suddenly it's a 13-point game as Classical leads it here 23-10. Classical starting to find their offense with 1:56 left to go in the half. And Swampscott going to call a timeout, and we'll take a short break. 23-10 game. 1:56 left to go in the half. Classical will stick with that man-to-man defense. And thrown away. And like I say, that ball was tipped by Mannion. So we'll say Swampscott ball. Right in, and Akaya Brown with the block. Brown wasn't having any of that. Swampscott will take it side out. Nice defense by Hennessy. And Thurman with some help defense. And causes the turnover. So Hennessy will inbound, 1:23 left in the quarter. So unintentional buzzer by the scorer's table. The always sure-handed Dick Ruth. And he has been a staple at all the home games. Former athletic director for Lynn Classical. And Ava Thurman. What a move. Full head of steam. Uses the left hand. And looking for a three-point play. Ava Thurman looking to get into double digits in the half. Classical's leading scorer. And does just that. She's got 10. And has really helped Classical find their offense in this first half after a very dismal start to the afternoon. Hudson from deep. And it's going to be out off of Swampscott. Under a minute to play. And Thurman will bring it up for the Rams. Hands it off to Hennessy. Hennessy loses it. 2-on-1 break. De Grande can't hit the shot, but she'll go to the line. So Sophie De Grande at the line for Swampscott. She's got 3 points in this first half. Misses the first. Rattles the second one out, so 0 of 2 at the line. Will stay a 16-point game. And Classical suddenly well in control of this game as Ava Thurman gets hit on their arm and Swampscott over the limit in the bonus. So a 1-and-1 for Ava Thurman upcoming. Could have been a lane violation there. I'm sure if Thurman didn't make that, they would have called a lane violation. Thurman 1 of 2. Brankler, loose ball. And Swampscott comes away with it. Game clock, shot clock, nearly in sync. I'd imagine Swampscott just looking for a good shot. Angela Spathanis with 2 for Swampscott, 27-12. We'll see if Classical holds for the final shot here. Up 15. Hennessy from deep. Lauren Hennessy for 3. And that will do it for the first half. So Classical picks up the offense here in this second quarter as they outscore Swampscott 21-6. And we go into halftime, Classical on top 30-12. And we'll see you right back here for the second half. And we are back for the second half of action. Swampscott with the ball, and Akaya Brown opens up with the loud block. Get that out of this house. And Ava Brown quickly the other way. Sorry, Ava Thurman. Thurman had 11 first half points. She's now got a game high 13 and counting for the junior guard. And that doesn't hit anything. For Swampscott, it was Angela Spethanis with 4 points. She's your leading scorer to this point for the Swampscott side. Lauren Wilson, too strong off the glass, no whistle. Swampscott the other way. Pretty close first quarter. Classical led at 9-6. And it was a very low scoring first quarter. Both teams struggling to find any offense, and then Classical just really turned it on into another gear in that second quarter where they outscored Swampscott 21-6. And they went into the locker room leading at 30-12. It's 32-12 right now. And Hudson airmails the 3, and it'll be 32-12. Classical with the ball in this opening minute of the third quarter. Hennessy thought about it, gives it up to Wilson. Wilson straightaway 3, off the back of the rim. And it will be Swampscott ball. And great to see Coach Helen Ridley on the sidelines for Classical. And she's here with her newborn. She of course not on the bench this year after giving birth. And it's great to see her this afternoon. Thurman, steal along the baseline. And Classical gives it right back and turns it over. Short with another 3, and Swampscott really digging themselves a hole here. Thurman, a little stop and go, and then gets hit on the arm. And this is our last broadcast of the basketball season. It's Classical likely, and I say likely because of the new format in the NEC, or the MIAA. So they're likely to be on the road in a preliminary round game or first round game. But all of us here at LCTV really appreciate your support this season, tuning into our live stream games. And don't worry, we will be back for baseball, softball coverage in less than a month, or about a month. Some free throws, and it's a 34-12 game. Batari off the mark. Brinkler rebound. It's stolen away. Angela Spathanis just snuck in there and took it away from Brinkler. Thurman hands it off to Hennessy. Hennessy pulls up, mid-range shot, no good. Hudson, long rebound, and Swampscott the other way. And Hudson overthrows Rakauskas for Swampscott. So Classical will get the ball back here. 4:59 left to go in the third. Classical comfortably up ahead here by 20, 34-14. Hennessy's pass nearly stolen away. Thurman will reset the offense. Mannion. Baseline, clear path. and misses the shot, gets her own miss. I think Molly Mannion looked around and could not believe how wide open the baseline was. Swampscott fortunate there. 3-ball off the mark. Long rebound, Hennessy. Classical's done a good job of grabbing those 50-50 balls this afternoon. Hennessy pulls up, short with it. Thurman will get Classical another shot this trip down the court. And Molly Mannion backing her way down and travels with it. Halfway through this quarter. And Akaya Brown with the push inside. Loop it into Hudson. Hudson will try another from 3. Brett rims it. Vittori thought about it. Gives it up to the corner. And that's the type of afternoon it's been for Swampscott. Spathanas with 2 more off the putback, 34-16. Thurman shot in and out. Mannion can't track it down, and it will be Swampscott basketball. So Costco likely, and I don't want to say this too early, but likely on their way to their 16th win of the season, 16-4, should give them a decent seed in the tournament. So they'll wait around and wait for the seedings to come out. Sure, get plenty of practice in. Unfortunately, the boys basketball team not going to make the state tournament. And as I said that, Coach Leonard calls a timeout for the Big Blue. So 2:50 left here to go in the third quarter. Classical out in front, 34-16. They'll take a break. We'll take a break. Hudson will inbound for Swampscott. Otari steps into one. Off the mark. Manuela Nunez up high for the rebound. Gets it to Delaney Dana, who gets it to Thurman. Thurman will bring it up for Classical. Brinkler drives. Brinkler bumped off the shot and will head to the free throw line. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention this on the broadcast tonight, but as Brinkler rattles it home, this will be Dick Ruth's final game of the season, but final game of his career in his position at the scorer's table, as he'll be relocating after the season. So we'll be sad to see him leave. And he's really been a staple. He spent so many years as the Classical athletic director. And Great sight to always see here at the Classical home games. I always look forward to seeing them myself. We always have some great conversations. And it'll be really sad to see him go. But I am sure, based on our conversations, he will find some basketball somewhere and make an impact. So 36-16 game, 2 minutes to play in the quarter. Time running out for Swampscott here. Nice pass inside. And they missed the shot. Up to Mannion. Mannion makes her move and travels in the process. Nice move, nice find along the baseline. Paige Corgrello, her first points of the night, senior captain. And looking at Swampscott's roster, they have nearly all seniors on the team. $11 seniors on the Swampscott roster. And I'm thinking to myself, what did that senior night look like? They get it into Mannion. Mannion, turn around. No good. Under a minute to play in the quarter. Corgrello misses the shot. Nunez, rebound. And we'll see if Coach Sawyer goes into his bench in the fourth quarter with a large lead. Brinkler, shot long along the baseline. Shot clock off. Sure, Swampscott just looking for a good shot here. Turnaround, short, and off Swampscott. So 13.3 seconds to play in the quarter. Hennessy checks in for shooting purposes here in the last 13 seconds of the quarter. Hennessy a long-range threat for Classical. Classical looking for one more score before the end of the quarter. Into Mannion. Mannion loses it. Nice find by Brinkler on the inbound pass. Delaney Dana then gets in there, steals it. Mannion misses the shot. And that will do it for the third quarter. So Classical picks up right where they left off in the second quarter. And they now lead it here 36-18 with 8 minutes of basketball left to play. And we are ready for the final 8 minutes here. 36-18, Classical on top, comfortable 18-point lead. And Hennessy picks up her second personal there. Paige Corgrello at the line. Front rims it. Angela Spathanis with 8 points on the night for Swampscott. That's been one of the bright spots on offense. Dana sneaks in there. And gets fouled there. She'll be Swampscott ball here. 36-18, 18-point lead. And looking at the third quarter stats, Classical and Swampscott pretty evenly matched, 6 apiece, but Classical still well in control of this game. And I mentioned some of the seniors for Swampscott. Looking at the Classical side, it's likely the last home game. Reese Brinkler, Molly Mannion, possibly the last time they set foot on the Classical parquet floor. So foul going to go against Congralo. Loop it into Brinkler. And Brinkler looking to get it back to Hennessy off the fingertips of Hennessy, so it'll come back Swampscott's way. Vittori will pull up from 3. Short with it. Hudson's shot no good. Svathanis from the corner. Mannion bothers the shot. And Thurman comes away with it. Could have been a clear path foul, as Thurman had a clear path to the basket. Mannion into Thurman. Mannion sets the screen. Thurman pulls up. Shot no good. Rebound Swampscott. Up ahead to Spathanis. Her shot no good. Weak side rebound. Botari keeps it alive for Swampscott momentarily. Mannion comes away with it. Swampscott back on defense. Classical reset here. And Thurman will call a play for Classical. Manuela Nunez into Wilson. Wilson backs away down. Shot partially deflected, and it will stay Classical ball. And Coach Sawyer gonna call a timeout as Classical having trouble inbounding the ball. And 6:15 left to go in the game. Classical comfortably ahead, 36-18, and we'll take a break off the timeout. Into Brown. And Brown travels with it. Long range, and it goes. First score for either side in this fourth quarter. Chloe Rakaskis. It's her second three of the night. Or I should say the afternoon. Rare matinee matchup here. And you'd have to think the preparation for both teams is a little bit different with the afternoon game. Shot clock winding down. Wilson for three. And Lauren Wilson nets the three ball. Her first three of the night. She's got 5. And the lead back up to 18 for Classical, 39-21. Nice move along the baseline. Chloe Rakowskis will go to the free throw line. Makes the first. If you rewind to last year at this time, the season was just about to get started in March. Back to a bit of normalcy this year with the traditional winter schedule. Nice move by Thurman. Wilson grabs the loose ball, goes up with it, and will go to the line. Of course, all players have been confined to masks this season per the MIAA. But that requirement will be lifted, I believe, in the upcoming weeks. Wilson makes the first. But I'm sure if you ask any player, they would much rather be out here wearing masks than have their season canceled or postponed. And credit the players, as obviously it's very difficult to breathe in any sport, but especially basketball when you're running up and down the court. 1 of 2 at the line for Wilson. Classical will get the ball back as it's out off of Swampscott. And Coach Sawyer will call the timeout. So 40-22 here. Classical maintaining that 18-point lead. And we'll go back to another break with 4:44 left here in the fourth quarter. And stolen away I'm sure Coach Sawyer did not like the execution out of the timeout on that play. Nunez gets her hand in the passing lane and saves it. Nice play by Nunez, Manuela Nunez, out to Thurman. Thurman will take some time off the clock here and get Classical over the halfway mark of the fourth quarter. Nunez, nice move, uses glass. Manuela Nunez having a solid game, especially on the defensive end. 3 ball, short. And it's gonna be out off of Thurman. We'll get some changes on the Classical side. Hennessy, Brinkler, Dana in. Brown, Wilson, and Thurman's first time to the bench tonight. She'll take a breather. She's got 13. Another great game for Classical's leading scorer. And Hudson loses it out of bounds. Hennessy will bring it up for the Rams. Hennessy pulls up and drains it. Lauren Hennessy, 4 threes on the night, 12 points. Great to see Lauren Hennessy shooting the ball with confidence. And that could be a big pick-me-up for Classical going into the state tournament. Of course, Hennessy, Thurman, Wilson will be big X factors come tournament time for Classical if they have any plans of making a deep run. Brinkler dishes to Manuela Nunez. Count the basket. And 1. Classical really starting to pour it on now. And Reese Brinkler, Molly Mannion will get a nice round of applause from their bench in likely their last game on the Classical floor. On the home court, I should say, as Classical, of course, going to the state tournament. Delaney Dana picks off the pass, and then Maddie Hudson gets it right back. So it's going to go against Azor Hang for Classical, her first personal. Botari from the corner and nets the 3. Afia Botari. Botari's got 5 on the night. Nice move by Hennessy. And she'll go to the line. Looking to add to her total to the night. Hennessy with 13 points. Hennessy makes both. She's got 14. She is now your game's leading scorer. And Hudson, nice move. Uses glass. Her first points of the night. Dana finds Hennessy. Hennessy kicks it. Hang. Shot no good. This could be out off Swampscott as we're just under 2 minutes to play, and we will see. I wanted to say the player's name, but we do not have number 40 registered on our roster for Classical. Classical expanding their roster as the JV season has ended, and they've brought a few players up to the varsity squad. Hudson shot off the rim and out. And with this loss, Swampscott will be mathematically eliminated from the tournament. Or you could just say eliminated from state tournament play, as they will suffer their 11th loss of the season. And even if they win their final game, they'll be one short of the 10-win requirement. So their season will be over. I believe they play again early next week. Stay tuned for the complete post-game wrap-up once the buzzer sounds. Man, 55.5 seconds left on the clock. So Classical going to finish the season 16-4. Strong campaign for Coach Sawyer and the girls basketball team. And for all of our viewers watching live this afternoon, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give us a like for today's broadcast, and be sure to check out spring sports coverage coming this March. Rebound to Dana. And Classical loses it and gives it right back. And for good measure, Chloe Rakaskas. And Classical will dribble it out here.
That's 12 game final score from Lynn Classical. Lynn Classical 49, Swampscott 29. Thank you all for coming out.
49-29, your final score. And we'll give you a complete wrap up here. So it was back and forth early on, very low scoring first quarter. Neither team scored until about 5 minutes left in the first quarter, but Classical led it 9-6 after the first. Classical then turned it on in the second quarter. They outscored Swampscott 21-6 and led it to 30-12 at halftime. They maintained that lead through the third quarter and then closed it out here in the fourth and win it by 20, 49-29. So for Classical, strong games from Lauren Hennessy and Ava Thurman. Hennessy, your leading scorer with 14. Ava Thurman added 13, and she really jump-started the offense in the first half. Akaya Brown finishes with 4. Lauren Wilson finishes with 6. Manuela Nunez with 6. On the Swampscott side, it was Angela Spathanis with 8 points and Chloe Rakaskas with 9 points. So your two leading scorers for Swampscott as they struggled offensively most of the day. So the final score here, Classical 49, Swampscott 29. Classical will finish the season 16-4 and now wait for a seed in the state tournament. Swampscott, on the other hand, eliminated from state tournament contention, and they'll finish, or they'll fall to 8-12 on the season, or 8-11 on the season, excuse me, with 1 to play. So Classical over Swampscott here, 49-29 in this matinee matchup. Special thanks to my camera crew, Kiona, Samuel, and JL. For all of us here at LCTV, I'm Afton Dean. Thanks for watching this season. We appreciate everyone tuning into our live stream broadcasts, and we'll see you for spring sports right here on the Lynn Classical TV YouTube channel. So again, I'm Afton Dean from all of us here at LCTV. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.